Please make yourselves at home. More tea will be ready.
Be real with me, Kaito. This guy's a real creeper if you ask me.
I don't know, but I wouldn't rule it out. It'd explain the lack of contact, at least.
Right? Dude, what if he lured us in to get rid of us? For all we know, he could be a total psycho.
That smell. Yo, you got food on you?
Yeah, got some for you too.
Sweet. What have we here?
How hot do I make the tea? 85 Celsius? No, that's for coffee.
Guessing you don't entertain very often.
Oh, sorry. No, not really.
And don't even think about poisoning us.
I would never do such a thing. Oh, my goodness. How
Guessing
hot do I...
you don't
Oh,
entertain.
sorry. No.
And don't even think about poisoning us.
I would never do such a thing. Oh, my goodness.
This right here. Is this it? Huh? What have we here? Is this it? Oh, look at this. That's your mom, ain't it? When do you think it was taken?
I don't know.
Who took it, though?
Wait a sec.
Then yeah, she's still alive. But this shot alone doesn't say much. This right here.
Hey, Kaito!
Mikiko. Alive and well. And why hasn't Mikiko reached out to her family?
Yeah, doesn't make any sense. I'd say Four Eyes owes us some answers.
What have we here? These? Dumbbells?
That geek actually works out?
Guy sure doesn't strike me as the type.
My friend in school pulled the exact same shit.
Guess it happened. This right here. Huh? Is this it? Let's see. This right here. Huh? This right here. Huh? What have we here? Guessing.
Sorry.
Let's see. This right here. So, Mikiko is alive. I got...
Yes.
Awesome!
Tell me then, what's Mikiko been up to for 2 years? Why hasn't she hit up her family? And where is she right now?
If you're assuming she kept her family in the dark, I can assure you that's not the case.
What do you mean?
She developed dissociative amnesia. In layman's terms, severe memory loss.
What?
It was 2 years ago that I found Mikiko-san at the riverbank. I rushed back here to give her treatment, but when she came to, she couldn't remember.
Damn. If it was amnesia, no wonder we never heard from her.
Okay. Can you tell us where she is now?
What?
You've got some beans to... So, back to Mikiko.
As far as I'd observed, yes. She couldn't recall her address, her date of birth, loved ones. Nothing. I discovered Mikiko-san with nothing but the clothes on her back. She had no personal effects that could point to her identity. In all likelihood, the rapids had washed most of her belongings away.
Wait, but I thought...
Yes, I'm getting to that. Half a year or so after I had taken her in, I found a woman's jacket downstream of the waterfall. This photo was in one of the jackets.
Ah, yeah. This is when we took a trip to Kamurocho.
That's with the Millennium Tower in it. So why'd you go asking about Kamuro? If Mikiko had amnesia, you wouldn't have known the connection.
There was a special on TV about the development history of Kamurocho. Part of the program featured the former Kamuro Theater, to which Mikiko responded immediately.
Responded?
Her eyes filled with tears, but they were happy, as if she were lost in memory. Although her memories didn't return in that moment, I knew that place must have been important to her. That picture over there was from when I took her to see Kamuro Theater in person. Roughly 2 years had passed since I'd found her, but her memories were still buried away. Fortunately, she'd gotten well enough to venture outside every now and again. I personally found it risky, but alas, Mikiko-san was determined to see Kamuro Theater for herself, come hell or high water.
Shirakawa-san, how was she when you took her? Did she maybe act different?
I'd say so. And mind you, the venue had undergone drastic changes since she last saw it. Nevertheless, she still seemed quite nostalgic. I think deep down in her heart, she knew what she was seeing.
If Mikiko's really alive, then let's get this out in the open.
That I did. It was to protect her.
To protect her? How's that work?
It was right after I rescued Mikiko-san from that riverbank. Some unfamiliar people showed up in our area. Real unsavory types. And they had a picture of Mikiko-san. They went around asking all the locals, have you seen this woman? I was no exception. But then Mikiko-san, who had seen them from a distance, started trembling.
What'd they look like?
They were young, in their late 20s to mid-30s. They had numerous piercings, dye jobs, and flashy clothes. And in all honesty, they looked like a street gang.
Damn it! I bet they tried to kill my mom 2 years ago!
I had similar thoughts. Perhaps Mikiko-san ran afoul of some very bad, and to make it appear as suicide, she was pushed from the top of a water. But afterward, they couldn't find her body, and her death was never reported. That's why I assumed they came snooping around to confirm whether they finished the job.
So, that's when you...
Yes, but only to throw those people off her trail.
Got it. So, rather than holding... Something doesn't sit right, though.
Another thing, Mikiko-san was very hesitant about me getting the law involved. Actually, to be more precise, it wasn't the police that scared her, but rather the outside world. It was as if she were terrified of someone out there discovering she was alive.
How? I thought she lost her memories.
Let me give you a little background on that. When a person develops amnesia, they don't lose their memories. Rather, they lose touch with them. This can happen for several reasons, but for dissociative amnesia, it's usually triggered by extreme stress or past wounds. In any case, an amnesiac may avoid a perceived danger without quite understanding why. but the condition doesn't grant a clean slate. Those painful memories will still be alive, and sometimes they'll resurface as instinct, directly influencing their actions.
Huh. Well, you're the doctor. Guess I'll take your word for it.
For some doctor out in the sticks, you sure are slick faking a death good enough to fool the cops.
Well, I am the local police's medical examiner, so it was well within my ability to find another body as a substitute for Mikiko-san. We are located by a suicide spot, after all. Morbid as it is, we're not exactly in short supply of corpses.
Come to think of it, Sadamoto's about how the body was too decomposed to be
Yes, I had to put quite a bit of work in to make the substitute appear authentic. I chose a body with a similar build to Mikiko-sana's.
And you did all the DNA testing too?
That I did. It was a matter of swapping out specimens here and there.
You really pulled out all the stops, huh?
Maybe what I did was unacceptable, but I assure you, this was all from...
You mentioned Mikiko was gone earlier.
It was about 10 days ago. I had finished work for the day, so I came back to find Mikiko-san rushing out of the door. It was all very odd. The TV was... What I think happened is her memories suddenly returned.
Just like that?
Yes, though I couldn't tell you what prompted it. She never gave me a reason as to why she went away. All she said was, I have unfinished business to deal with.
Unfinished business? What could that be?
Hard to say. All I know is that the Mikiko-san I saw right then, her face was always... and her eyes were filled with hatred.
Hatred? You sure that's what you saw?
That's precisely what I saw. Something altogether. That look she had. It was enough to burn a man alive. Perhaps whatever she went through threatened to destabilize her mind. So she shut herself off from that event for an entire 2 years. All to preserve herself until she recuperated. That being said, I believe the group who came looking for her in the beginning must have been involved.
Back it up a sec. If Mom's got her memories back, how come she still hasn't contacted us?
Got a point there. My only guess is she's trying to keep a low profile.
Perhaps. What if Mikiko-san intended to commit some...
What gives you that idea?
Well, if that is the case, I figure it'd be more convenient for her to be considered dead than alive. If Mikiko-san is on record, she could do whatever she wanted without ever troubling Jun-kun. And since the crime wouldn't be linked to her...
Alright, this is getting way too crazy. I'm kinda freaking out here. So, let me get this straight. A year and a half ago, a photo of Mom and me washed up. Only then did you go around asking about her identity, right?
Well, yes, that's right.
After that, you swapped or rearranged a corpse or whatever. I get why. You just wanted to keep Mom out of trouble. But why didn't you at least reach out to us? You could have gotten contact at any time.
Oh, you see,
Kid's got a point. You didn't even tell Mikiko herself who she... even though you knew for quite some time. Hey! Something else you want to tell us?
Forgive me! I know making excuses won't help. But you see, from the moment Mikiko-san came into my life...
Don't tell me. You're in love with her.
What? Ah, gee.
When I met her, it was love at first sight. Soon enough, I was utterly smitten. Nothing could take my mind off her. It wasn't long before I began wishing. But that's when that picture of her washed up. How she'd walk right out of my life, without a moment's hesitation. That short, blissful time we shared was a blessing I didn't deserve. A man who knew nothing but loneliness was graced by an angel from above. One radiant and pure as snow. Forgive me! Forgive me for being a hopeless fool. But I promise you, I kept things decent. I didn't touch a hair on her head. Even a selfish man like me knows where to draw the line. I would never take advantage of her!
Not sure I'd buy that. You call...
Please trust me!
I don't blame you for wanting to protect someone. Especially when trouble comes knocking. Fact is, you risked your neck to keep Mikiko safe. That aside, you didn't tell her who she was when you had the chance. And that's your big mistake. No wonder you two had a happy little life here. Do you have any idea what kind of hell you put her family?
I know that whatever I do, it'll never be enough to atone.
That all you gotta say? Of course. She might knock your ass out when you do. Hey, what the hell?